What if the reason you're losing your edge after 50 has nothing to do with your age and everything to do with 9 small things you're doing every single day without even realizing it? I'm not talking about some rare medical condition. I'm talking about ordinary, everyday habits that most men over 50 repeat on autopilot. Habits that are quietly choking off blood flow, draining your energy, and shutting down the very systems your body needs to perform like it used to. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because I'm going to walk you through each of these 9 mistakes one by one, explain exactly why they're sabotaging you, and show you what to do instead. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll look at your daily routine completely differently. Gentlemen, I'm a board-certified urologist with over 2 decades of experience, helping men over 50 reclaim their strength, their vitality, and their confidence in the bedroom and beyond. And I can tell you from seeing thousands of patients that the vast majority of performance decline after 50 is not inevitable. It's not just aging, it's the accumulation of small daily choices that stack up against you over time. The good news is that once you identify these mistakes, correcting them is surprisingly simple. No pills required, no expensive treatments, no awkward conversations. Just practical changes you can start making today, tonight even, that work with your body's natural systems instead of against them. Before we dive into the 9 mistakes, you need to understand something fundamental about how male performance actually works after 50, because this is the foundation that makes everything else click into place. Your ability to perform depends on 3 things working together in harmony: strong, unobstructed blood flow to your pelvic region, a responsive nervous system that sends and receives signals efficiently, and balanced hormones that keep your drive, your energy, and your recovery working properly. When you're in your 20s and 30s, these 3 systems have so much excess capacity that you can abuse your body and still function fine. But after 50, that margin for error shrinks dramatically. Your blood vessels are less elastic, your nerve pathways are slower, your hormonal balance is more delicate. So the same daily habits that barely mattered at 30 suddenly become performance killers at 50, 55, 60, and beyond. That's why these 9 mistakes are so dangerous. Not because any single one of them is catastrophic on its own, but because most men are making several of them simultaneously, every single day, and the combined effect is devastating. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Sitting for extended periods without movement. This is the silent killer of male performance, and almost nobody talks about it. When you sit for hours at a time, whether it's at a desk, in a car, or on a couch watching television, you are physically compressing the blood vessels and nerves in your pelvic floor. Think about what happens when you sit on a garden hose. The water stops flowing. That's exactly what's happening to the blood supply your body needs to achieve and maintain firmness. But it gets worse. Prolonged sitting also weakens your pelvic floor muscles over time because they're being constantly compressed instead of engaged. These are the exact muscles responsible for firmness, control, and endurance during intimate moments. And when they weaken, everything suffers. Now here's what most men don't realize. It's not that sitting itself is the enemy. It's sitting without interruption. Studies in vascular health consistently show that even brief periods of standing and light movement every 30 to 45 minutes can dramatically improve blood flow to the pelvic region. So the fix is simple. Set a reminder on your phone. Every 30 to 45 minutes, stand up, walk around for 2 to 3 minutes, do a few gentle squats or hip circles, and sit back down. That's it. This tiny interruption keeps blood flowing, keeps muscles engaged, and prevents the slow strangulation of your pelvic circulation that happens when you sit motionless for hours. Mistake number 2. Drinking water only when you feel thirsty. This one surprises most of my patients because they assume their body will tell them when they need water. And that's true when you're young, but after 50, your thirst mechanism becomes significantly less reliable. Your brain literally sends weaker thirst signals as you age, which means by the time you actually feel thirsty, you're already moderately dehydrated. And here's why this matters so much for performance. Your blood is roughly 90% water. When you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and more sluggish. It moves slower through your vessels. It delivers less oxygen and fewer nutrients to your tissues. And the area that suffers first, and most noticeably, is your pelvic region, because those blood vessels are smaller and more sensitive to changes in blood viscosity. Dehydration also increases your body's production of a hormone called angiotensin, which constricts blood vessels and raises blood pressure. So you're getting a double hit. Thicker blood trying to push through tighter vessels. That's a recipe for weak, unreliable performance. The correction is straightforward. Don't wait for thirst. Drink water on a schedule. Aim for a full glass first thing in the morning before anything else. Then a glass every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day. Your target should be at least 8 glasses, and if you're active or it's warm outside, aim for more. Within a week of proper hydration, many of my patients report noticeably better circulation and stronger morning responses. It's one of the simplest changes you can make, and it pays off faster than almost anything else. Mistake number 3. Eating your largest meal late in the evening. This is incredibly common, especially among men who are busy during the day and don't eat much until dinner. But eating a heavy meal within 3 to 4 hours of bedtime is doing serious damage to your nighttime performance systems. Here's why. When you eat a large meal, your body diverts a massive amount of blood flow to your digestive system to process all that food. We're talking about a significant percentage of your total circulation being redirected to your stomach and intestines. That blood has to come from somewhere, and it gets pulled away from your extremities and your pelvic region. Now, nighttime is critically important for male performance. While you sleep, your body goes through repair and restoration cycles. Your testosterone production peaks during deep sleep. Your blood vessels undergo maintenance and repair. And those automatic nighttime and early morning responses that are a sign of healthy function depend entirely on strong pelvic blood flow while you're sleeping. When your body is busy digesting a heavy meal, it can't do those repair jobs effectively. Your sleep quality drops. Your testosterone production suffers, and your morning responses get weaker and less frequent over time. The solution is to make lunch your largest meal of the day and keep dinner lighter. Finish eating at least 3 hours before you go to bed. If you get hungry in the evening, a small snack with healthy fats and protein is fine. Something like a handful of nuts or a small piece of cheese. But avoid heavy carbohydrates, large portions, and anything that makes you feel full and sluggish before bed. Mistake number 4. Ignoring the quality of your sleep and treating it as optional. I cannot overstate how critical this one is. Sleep is not just rest. It is the single most important recovery mechanism your body has for maintaining male performance. During deep sleep, your body releases the majority of its daily testosterone. We're talking about the hormone that directly controls your drive, your firmness, your energy, and your recovery. Men who consistently get fewer than 6 hours of sleep, or who get poor quality fragmented sleep, can have testosterone levels equivalent to someone 10 to 15 years older. Let me say that again because it's that important. Poor sleep can age your hormonal profile by a decade or more. And it's not just testosterone. During deep sleep, your body also repairs blood vessel linings, reduces inflammation, and clears out metabolic waste products that build up during the day. All of these processes directly affect your circulation and your ability to perform. So when you stay up late scrolling your phone, when you fall asleep with the television on, when you drink alcohol before bed thinking it helps you sleep, you are actively undermining the biological processes your body needs to keep you functioning. The fix involves treating sleep with the same respect you'd give any other health priority. Aim for 7 to 8 hours. Keep your bedroom cool and completely dark. Stop all screen time at least 30 minutes before bed because the blue light suppresses melatonin production. And establish a consistent sleep and wake time, even on weekends. Your body's hormonal systems operate on a circadian rhythm, and consistency is what keeps that rhythm strong and reliable. Mistake number 5. Taking hot showers or baths right before bed or for extended periods. Now this one is going to surprise a lot of you, because a hot shower feels relaxing and seems like it should be a good thing. And in moderation, warm water can help with relaxation and general circulation. But here's the problem. Excessive heat exposure, particularly to your pelvic and groin area, is directly harmful to male function and reproductive health. Your body keeps your reproductive organs at a temperature slightly below your core body temperature for a very specific reason. The enzymes and processes responsible for testosterone metabolism and healthy sperm production are temperature sensitive. When you expose this area to prolonged heat through long hot showers, hot baths, or hot tubs, you're disrupting these temperature-sensitive processes. Over time, this can contribute to lower testosterone production and reduced overall performance. Additionally, very hot water right before bed can actually interfere with your body's natural temperature drop that triggers deep sleep. Your core temperature needs to fall slightly to initiate quality sleep, and heating yourself up right before bed works against that natural process. The adjustment is simple. Keep your showers warm, not hot. Limit your time to 10 minutes or less. And if you enjoy a hot bath or hot tub, keep the water temperature moderate and limit your sessions to 15 to 20 minutes, no more than a few times per week. If you shower before bed, finish with 30 seconds of cool water. This actually promotes the core temperature drop your body needs for deep, restorative sleep. Mistake number 6. Holding stress in your body without any physical release. Chronic stress is one of the most destructive forces working against male performance after 50, and most men have no idea how directly it affects them. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol. Cortisol is the survival hormone. It's designed to help you run from danger or fight a threat. But in the modern world, your stress isn't a bear chasing you. It's bills, deadlines, family tension, health worries, things that never fully resolve. So your cortisol stays elevated day after day, week after week. Here's the critical connection. Cortisol and testosterone are made from the same precursor molecules in your body. When your body is pumping out cortisol around the clock, it literally steals the raw materials your body needs to produce testosterone. It's a direct biochemical trade-off. More stress hormone means less performance hormone, but that's only half the damage. Chronic cortisol also constricts your blood vessels, raises your blood pressure, increases inflammation, and keeps your nervous system locked in a state of fight or flight. And your body absolutely cannot produce a strong, firm response when it thinks it's under threat. The arousal response requires your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode, to be activated. Stress keeps you locked in the opposite mode. The solution isn't to eliminate stress, because that's not realistic. The solution is to give your body a physical outlet for that stress every single day. Walking for 20 to 30 minutes works incredibly well. Deep breathing exercises for 5 minutes, where you inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6, directly activates your parasympathetic system and lowers cortisol. Stretching, gentle yoga, or even just standing outside in fresh air for a few minutes can make a measurable difference. The key is daily consistency. One relaxation session per week won't undo 6 days of chronic stress. Mistake number 7. Relying on alcohol to unwind in the evening. I understand why this one is popular. After a long day, a drink or two feels like the easiest way to relax and decompress. But alcohol is one of the most underestimated enemies of male performance, especially after 50. In the short term, even moderate alcohol consumption suppresses your central nervous system. It dulls the nerve signals your body needs to achieve and maintain arousal. This is why performance often becomes unreliable after drinking, even just a couple of drinks. But the long-term damage is far worse. Regular alcohol consumption, even amounts that most people consider moderate, directly suppresses testosterone production. It damages the Leydig cells in your testes that are responsible for producing testosterone. It increases the conversion of testosterone into estrogen through a process called aromatization. And it disrupts your sleep architecture, particularly the deep sleep stages, where your body does its most critical hormonal restoration. Many of my patients tell me they sleep better after a drink, and it's true that alcohol can help you fall asleep faster. But the sleep you get after drinking is dramatically lower quality. You spend less time in deep sleep and REM sleep, which means your body misses out on the testosterone production and vascular repair it desperately needs. If you're having more than 2 to 3 drinks per week and you're noticing performance decline, I strongly encourage you to try a 30-day experiment. Cut alcohol completely for 1 month and pay close attention to what changes. Most men are genuinely shocked by the improvement they experience in energy, morning responses, firmness, and overall drive. Mistake number 8. Neglecting your pelvic floor muscles entirely. Most men don't even know they have pelvic floor muscles, let alone that these muscles are absolutely central to sexual performance. Your pelvic floor is a hammock of muscles that stretches across the base of your pelvis. These muscles are directly responsible for the rigidity and strength of your erections, for your ability to maintain firmness during activity, and for the strength and control of your climax. After 50, these muscles naturally begin to weaken, just like every other muscle in your body. But unlike your biceps or your legs, you never exercise your pelvic floor directly, so the decline goes completely unchecked, year after year, and performance gradually fades without you ever understanding why. The fix is surprisingly simple and takes less than 5 minutes a day. Kegel exercises are the gold standard for pelvic floor strengthening in men. To find these muscles, try stopping your urine stream mid-flow. The muscles you use to do that are your pelvic floor muscles. Once you've identified them, you can exercise them anytime, anywhere, without anyone knowing. Contract those muscles firmly for 3 to 5 seconds, then release completely for 3 to 5 seconds. That's 1 repetition. Do 10 to 15 repetitions, 3 times per day. Morning, afternoon, and evening. Within 4 to 6 weeks of consistent daily practice, most men notice significantly stronger firmness, better control, and improved endurance. And this is a habit that costs nothing, requires no equipment, and can be done while sitting at your desk, driving your car, or watching television. Mistake number 9, and this is the one that ties everything else together: accepting decline as normal and doing nothing about it. This is hands down the most damaging mistake on this entire list, because it's the one that prevents men from correcting all the other 8. There is a deeply ingrained belief among men that after 50, performance decline is just something you have to accept, that it's an inevitable, irreversible part of aging. And I want to tell you clearly and directly that belief is wrong. Yes, your body changes as you age. Yes, your systems require more support and attention than they did at 30. But decline is not inevitable. What's inevitable is that without deliberate effort, without making conscious, daily choices to support your body's systems, things will get worse. But with deliberate effort, with the right daily habits, the right awareness, and the right commitment to your health, men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even beyond can maintain strong, reliable function and genuine vitality. I've seen it thousands of times in my practice. The men who maintain their performance are not genetically gifted or exceptionally lucky. They are the men who decided that their health was worth paying attention to, who made small, consistent daily choices, and who refused to accept decline as their destiny. That's the difference. And it's a difference you can start making right now, tonight, starting with any one of the 9 corrections I just shared with you. So let me summarize everything clearly, so you have a simple action plan. Stop sitting for extended periods. Move every 30 to 45 minutes. Hydrate on a schedule, not just when you feel thirsty. Make lunch your big meal and keep dinner light, finishing at least 3 hours before bed. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality, uninterrupted sleep in a cool, dark room. Keep showers warm instead of hot, and limit heat exposure to your pelvic area. Give your body a daily physical outlet for stress, even if it's just a 20-minute walk and some deep breathing. Reduce or eliminate alcohol, especially if you're having more than 2 to 3 drinks per week. Start strengthening your pelvic floor with daily Kegel exercises. And most importantly, reject the idea that decline is something you just have to live with. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Pick 2 or 3 of these corrections and start implementing them today. Once they become habits, add another 1 or 2. Within 30 days, you'll start noticing real, tangible changes in your energy, your morning responses, your firmness, and your overall confidence. Within 60 to 90 days, the cumulative effect of these simple daily changes can feel genuinely transformational. Your body is not broken. It's not worn out. It's not past the point of no return. It simply needs you to stop making the mistakes that are quietly working against it and start making the small, smart, daily choices that support it. Everything you need to restore your performance is already inside you. You just have to stop sabotaging it and start helping it do what it was designed to do. If this information has been helpful, I need you to do 3 things right now. First, hit that thumbs up button, because that helps this reach other men who need to hear this before it's too late. Second, subscribe and tap that notification bell, because I regularly share practical, no-nonsense health strategies specifically for men over 50. And third, drop a comment below and tell me which of these 9 mistakes you think has been affecting you the most. Be honest with yourself. That honesty is the first step toward real change. And if you commit to correcting even 1 or 2 of these habits over the next 30 days, come back and share your experience, because your story could be the thing that motivates another man to finally take action. Remember, taking care of your performance health is not vanity. It's not optional. It's one of the most important investments you can make in your overall quality of life, your confidence, your relationships, and your well-being at every age. I'll see you in the next video, where I'll share more proven, natural strategies to keep you performing at your best. Until then, take excellent care of yourself. You've earned it.